radio stations are just phenomenal, and it's curious how, in many ways, the radio stations work better than the TV studios, because you can mix and shuffle stuff, and also you get a hotline straight to parents, and they are hugely effective. Look, Lynn, you're just sort of high careers a bit at this point, but I've told so many people you are a phenomenal head, and that's a very special thing. But you're not phenomenal by rushing around telling people what to do. I mean, what you've done is created a whole lot of teachers who are confident, to be brave. How's this changed? I mean, you've been ahead of some pretty good schools before. How's this one different from the very first one you led? What's changed?
One would like to think you get better at it, otherwise why are you doing it? The difference for this one was the stakes are much, much higher. There's no question about that. There is absolutely the sense that this school is being built for the heart of this new community. This is a whole urban regeneration project in the poorest area of Adelaide. And, we get confronted every day that we're at the centre of it, and we need to make this work for the kids. We cannot have another generation of the level of unemployment in the northern suburbs we've had. What I think I did, first of all, and as I said, these are all newbies. I often talk about the fact that I'd never confronted a staff before, and I've been a principal for 20 years, where over 80% of the staff were in the first 5 years of their teaching career, including born-again teachers, people a bit younger than me who'd taken up as a second career. But really, to go into a really tough school, particularly the secondary section, which had massive behaviour. These schools had been burnt down collectively 4 times. To go into these schools as your first teaching appointment, you just constantly scrabbled to catch up. And so the first thing that we actually had to do was, I talk all the time about making the trains run on time, was just showing people that schools didn't have to be like that. We could calm it down. This is how we do things. This is how we can manage. And by that, respect with the staff and the students and their parents. My most favourite example is that at the end of my first term, we traditionally have things called parent-teacher nights. I'm sure you have them too. And everybody at the old secondary site said, no one comes. And I said, they'll come if we invite them. And they said, no, they won't. And I said, well, I think they might. And I said, so we'll send them all a letter. And then if you could all phone them up, and oh no, that won't work. Yeah, it will. Trust me. And I'm sitting there going, oh God, Lynn, have you made this terrible mistake again? And then phoning them up again, and then they said, and then we were overwhelmed with parents, and then people said, but it was the wrong kids' parents who came. It was the good kids, and I said, yeah, they're the parents who want to have come too, to tell them that their kids are really good. I was the parent of a kid who wasn't real good at school, and I hated going to school and hearing how horrible he was. So it was that